friends, thank you so much for tuning in and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jen and I love all things color and I want to say something else. And we talk about makeup, skincare, and also mineral sunscreens, my favorite topic. So I do have like a playlist dedicated to mineral sunscreens here on my channel. And speaking of playlists, there's also a playlist dedicated to all the holiday releases that I got this year. So if you're interested, definitely check that out. I will leave the link down below. And yeah, if that's something that you love, definitely consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and also hit that notification bell. That way you know whenever I upload a video. And we are looking at Danessa Myricks' brand new release, which is Lightwork, a volume 3 infinite light palette, and this is a face and eye palette and retails for a whopping $125. And yes, there are brands that release let me show you the inside. So obviously Pat McGrath also palettes are also retail for $125, but you only get 10. Here you get definitely more than 10 shadows, but Danessa's price range is not this at all. Definitely like a mid-range price range is what, from just my observation. Pat McGrath is definitely like luxury, but I was wondering why this cost a lot. But most of the like except for these two, the black and the glitter, these four and these four definitely have a multi-chrome flip. So multi-chromes are in general expensive, upwards of $15, to be honest. $15 is a very reasonable price for a multi-chrome. So the highest is like 25, 27, so they're expensive. So you do get a good deal because you are getting plenty of multi-chrome options here, so FYI. And also wanted to say that the palette is made in China, and you also get like a mini palette here, which is exactly the same. I haven't touched this palette, don't want to swatch it because it's the exact same as those 4 iridescent shades. I was curious when she first launched, are these iridescent multi-chromes or those OG iridescent shades, which just like, you know, your regular iridescent shades. So these are regular iridescent shades. They are not iridescent multi-chromes. They were the flip and like crazy. It's not like that. So just FYI, I haven't, these are the exact same shades you get also in the palette in the middle row. There's those giant white pans, exact 4 things. So I don't want to swatch this, just FYI. So before we get into the swatches, I do have a tutorial. Let me come closer for this very, very, very sexy eye look. And I have a ton of comparison, tons and tons of swatches. So definitely stick around for the, right now we're doing swatches of this, and then we have tutorial, and then we have dupes. There are so many spot on dupes. Terramoons, Clionadh, basically Terramoons and Clionadh, yeah. So anyways, let's get started. So there are several different formulas. So I want to like swatch the gel. There's a duochrome gel formula. So they look and swatch like cream. So I thought they were cream, but I believe her the way she describes this is, look at that, they are gels. And these two, like as I'm swatching, I quickly want to give also a review of the performance. So these two did not or you know what, let me just like swatch and then quickly, and then we'll talk about the formula. Okay, we did those two duochrome gels. So I quickly want to do the powder formulas, the 3 powder formulas. So that's that, very poorly swatched. Yes, you can see the swatches. So this is like a blue brown pigment. That's that. You can see the teal to purple, and then this is like a reddish base with a gold. It's kind of like a softer, like a grungy gold with a reddish brown base. So those are the powder formulas. They also have this another kind of formulas. I forget what it's called. I'm swatching the bottom row. The bottom 3 colors have that different kind of cream to powder. So I think that's how she describes it. So these are cream to powder. The third row are cream to powder, except for that one. That one is this one is in the third row, so this is like a gel, duochrome gel. And then we have the green to that snake skin. That's how I would describe it. And then this stunning color. This is what I have in the center of the lid, and this is the shade I have in the inner 1/3 of my look. And then let me quickly swatch the black. So I wanted to swatch like formulas together. So let's do black, very pretty. And then this is a pressed glitter, which actually works quite well. It's not like very, yeah, they say that this doesn't suspend it like in a gel, so you don't need any adhesive. That's how Danessa Myricks describes it. So let's quickly swatch also the iridescent shades, and I want to also show it to you what it looks like. So those are the iridescent shades. I want to quickly show you what it looks like under a black base as well. So that is Golden Eclipse. It's a Strawberry Moon, and then that is, hang on, I think I swatched Golden Eclipse twice. I forgot to swatch the green one, which is Spring Equinox. That's the green one, which is third one, and then that is the blue one, Blue Moon. So I swatched this one twice. I'm sorry, guys. So let me quickly do that 4 times. That way you'll see what this looks like. So as I'm doing the swatches, I quickly wanted to talk about the staying power, which is also part of like my review. Okay, the staying power, I'm just like swatching and doing stuff. So the staying power for me, let me start by saying that these eyeshadows are super creamy, right? Super creamy. All of them are super creamy, and for some reason the lasting power kind of like it works against for me, to be honest. The creaminess is too creamy to a fault, at least for my skin type and the skincare that I use. For that, it just does not work. I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting this at all. I really wanted it to work, but the staying power was very less. So that is what it looks like. I told you guys, this looks very plummy. And then that's Strawberry Moon, that's Equinox, and then that is a blue. That's what they look like under a black shade. So you definitely get like a whole new 4 new shades, right? So that's what it looks like. Okay, now that we finished swatches, let's quickly talk about the review. So let me talk about formula wise. So these two are the duochrome gels, which very smooth, right? So those 2 duochrome gels, I gotta say, on the eyes, on the eyelids, they just didn't work for me because they were too creamy and they started to separate like immediately. So for me, I would just use it as an inner corner highlight, to be honest. That's what I would use it for, and it stays there as an inner corner highlight, but on the lids it started to crease within seconds. I know what I did wrong. Honestly, I don't even want to explore too much. It's just makeup, so if it put it on, if it works, it works. Otherwise, like, let's move on, you know. So for me, as inner corner highlight, and I tried to use it on the face because it is also meant for the face. For some reason, it caused me a reaction. Like I started like it like a little bit of tingling and burning feeling. So I took it right off. I didn't even want to experiment or try again or anything like that. It just like, yeah, it wasn't working out for me. So just inner corner. On the eyes, it works well, but I'm sorry, inner corner just. Now the powder formulas, which is these 3 in the top row, first row, they work just fine. They are very creamy, very good. The application, blendability, you guys will see how it blends. Everything is good. And then these 3 also a little bit extra creamier as well. These 3 in the third row, they also application, blendability, everything is A+. And this is also very good. All of them are good. So if you were to use these iridescent shades on the cheeks, it works well, but I would say stick with 1 layer. So for dark skin, I have dark skin, so my skin tone and deeper, I would say 1 layer is not a problem, but more than 1 layer would be like no need, you know what I mean, because they are powder and they kind of have that white base. It's not too obvious, but if you over apply, it's gonna be obvious. So I would say don't go overboard. So one tiny problem, well, two tiny problems, because the gel was just like causing a reaction and it didn't really last that much on my lids. I gotta say the creaminess of the powder is kind of to a fault. For me at least, it just did not last too long on my lids. So I have worn this palette for 5 times maybe, and the most I was able to get staying power is 5 hours, not more than that. I tried my level best so many different ways, but it just was not working out, guys. Not more than 5 hours. They just like creased after 5 hours. So they're very beautiful, so beautiful to the touch. Application is good, but lasting power is just not working out for me. So for that reason, it's definitely a little bit, the ratings for me kind of like comes down for the palette. So just FYI. So yeah, that's kind of like my review in a gist. So let's go ahead and take a look at the tutorial section, and then we'll jump into the comparisons. Alright guys, let's put some makeup on. I already did my matte side of the look on this side. So I used, let me quickly show you what I used. This is my favorite row in the Viseart Grande Pro, Grande Pro Volume 1. So I used these shades basically to just create a gradient, and also on the lower lash line. I also put a little bit of kajal there. So for now, I think we're just gonna go in and put some metallics. So what I did was, let me quickly come closer and show you the look. The inner corner is duochrome. You see the gold, and then that turns green, right? And then the magenta also turns gold, and then we have teal to purple shift going on in the outer V. So I used, let's start with this. This is the one I used in the inner 1/3 of my lid. Oh wait, not that. What did I use? Yes, I used this one. Sorry, Equinox is the one I used. So I'm just gonna go in with a brush, and then finally we could just like use my finger. Okay, I'm just gonna go in with Solar Rain and just put it in the, that's good, some super pigmentation, seriously good, very pretty. So that's what we have. Hang on, I need paper towel, clean this thing up. And then I'm gonna go in with this purple, this eyeshadow all together with that green, purple matte itself looks so pretty. I would just like put this all over my lid and just be done with the entire look. I'm gonna take that magenta in the center of the lid and go in with that in the middle like that. Very pretty, super pretty, right? And then I'm gonna go in with this shade Martian, this one. Before going in with the dark teal, I'm first gonna go in with this one. We'll add Galaxy a little later, so I'm just gonna go in with Martian and just use it as like a brighter transition shade. You definitely need a finger to kind of like melt it together. I'm just gonna use my finger there, and then that is like more like, oops, that's more like a lighter transition before we go in with the Galaxy, which is a darker shade. So that's how I created that look. Now let me take a little bit with finger and just like marry the two, and that is it. Voila, that's kind of like what I did. I'm just gonna go in with the magenta and kind of like melt the colors together using my fingers. Also gonna go in with Solar Rain, that first orangey kind of a look there. yeah. Then also taking magenta. That's kind of what I did basically. And I took a little bit of Polaris. So that's that green to gold shift. So I'm gonna pick it up with the finger. This works really well also with a brush. So, but I'm just gonna go in the finger and show you how well it blends. Look at that. If you put it all over, even when you look straight, you can see that green to gold shift. Beautiful. So that's pretty much my eye look. So yeah, I think I need to put some eyeliner and mascara, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I was about to say something and then something stopped my voice. So mascara, eyeliner, all done. So I'm just gonna go in with my Orgasm on the Beach palette, which is my very, very favorite one. And I'm just gonna put in some highlighter. I already have sunscreen and Laura Geller's Baked and Brighten powder. So look at that highlight. Oh my gosh. And just gonna take a little bit of the red blush, I guess. Put it right there, just there. The powders are stunning. Powders are so stunning. Just that's it. So I think I just need a finishing powder because I know I already have powder, but I put a hell of a lot of sunscreen today, so I definitely need something to finish the look. So let me quickly go grab my Hourglass. Alright guys, I am back, and look at the difference that Hourglass finishing powder has made. It is completely just like giving me an airbrushed finish. So let's get right into the comparisons. So where shall we start? I do have like a lot of palettes in front of me, like 4 to 5 palettes, but some of the palettes I only have like one color. So let's swatch that and close those palettes and get them out of the way. Okay, let's start with Black Hole. So the Black Hole is like a creamy kind of a, formula, right? So the cream kind of formula is, the first palette that came to mind was Pat McGrath's this mini palette. This is not available for purchase right now, I think. I don't know. This black right here has the exact cream to powder kind of a formula. That is like, so if you have the palette, you know what I mean. It's like very kind of creamy kind of a cream to powder kind of a consistency. So that is like a dupe, I would say. So let's move that out of the way. And then what else? Oh, this shade, Solar Rain. Solar Rain is a beautiful, let's do a full swatch. Yes, oh my gosh. You can see that orange to gold shift. I think the shade Phoenix by Terramoons, this is like iridescent multichrome, but once you swatch them, they all kind of look the same. That's Phoenix from Terramoons, and that is like a spot on dupe, guys. Stunning. Wow. Can't get enough of those colors. Phoenix. So that is Phoenix. So that way, if you just want like 1 or 2 colors, you can like pick. Okay, what else do we have? So that is done. So let's move that out of the way. Okay, I need to move some palettes around. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. So there is this shade called Golden Eclipse, which is kind of on the unique side, I gotta say. It's kind of like a mauvey gray kind of a iridescent shade. So it's pretty unique because when you put it over a black base, it kind of looks very different. So I thought that the shade Gloaming in from Clionadh kind of gives that look, but this has more of a pinker to I hope you can see that hint of that pinky plummy kind of a shift there. It's a little hard, but I feel they do have kind of a similarity going on there. So this is Gloaming, and Gloaming is much more intense. In fact, all of the iridescent shades in this palette are kind of on the subtler side. They're not like the iridescent multichromes. They are not multichromes, these are just like iridescent shades, so FYI. What else? Let's do Polaris. Polaris is, I saw that and I knew what the dupe was right away because that is my favorite formula from Clionadh. That's my favorite color. I'm sorry, that's my favorite color from Clionadh. That is a Lux. This is a series, sorry, this is an iridescent multi-chrome kind of a color. Oh my gosh, look at that. There's also like a spot on dupe from Terramoons, which might take a little bit of time. I will, hang on, it's right here, but they all look kind of white. So it might take a while. Hang on, is this the one? Yes, this is the one. No, they all kind of look white, so I'm like wondering where you are at. Nope. Oh, maybe this is the one. I like swatched 3, so I don't know which one is which. But you know what? I think this is the one. Which one is that? Is the one? Yeah, what are you called? Timeshift. Timeshift definitely is that spot on dupe for Polaris. And from Clionadh we have Lux. So those are like those. Ignore these two because I was like they all look white, so I didn't know which one is what. So we got like dupes for this, and then that spacesuit. Let's see spacesuit. Spacesuit also is like a very orange to like a fiery orange to gold shift, right? So we could find something like that. Okay, this is an orange to gold shift kind of a shade. This is from Clionadh. I'm exactly not sure what it's called, but hang on guys, I'll be right. All right, there are way too many palettes here and I have to do a lot of stretching to get to them. So I found another spot on dupe from Terramoons too for that fiery orange to red or gold shift. This is also from Terramoons. So this is Danessa's, and then Clionadh, and then Terramoons. I will put all the information down below, don't you worry. So they are spot on dupes. Then what else do we have? Okay, let's do this purple. Yeah, let's do the magenta shade because I could not get exact green. Beautiful, right? Let's do a Clionadh because that's where I have a lot of these jewel tone dupes or the jewel toned multichromes itself. The rest are like, okay, let's do this. Yes, great. Oh my god, I did a great job. This is a little bit more reddish than that. This is more purple and magenta, right? Let's try one more. Oh, I think this is also pretty good. I will put the names down below. Both are from Clionadh. I don't have a lot of comparisons with other brands because when it comes to jewel toned multichromes, I have mostly Clionadh, guys. So that is that purple. So those two are good dupes. And then what else do we have? Oh, the most popular multichrome of all time would be this teal to purple. So let's do that. Teal to purple. There are plenty. When it comes to this teal to purple shift, there are so many brands, like so many brands. This is like the most popular multichrome ever. You can find it in literally every single brand that has a multichrome collection has this shade. So you can just like take your pick I will put the name down below. I'm not sure what it is right now. I have all those things packed and arranged, so it would be like very, very hard to take them out right now. So that is the, so we did Polaris. Oh, Martian. Martian, let's do Martian. This is that kind of blue-brown kind of a shift going on. I think I have like a dupe. Let's try this from Terramoons. I have Terramoons, one shade from Terramoons. It's kind of going on. It's kind of, I think it would be a good dupe, yeah. Then I have another from Clionadh too. Oh, look at that. Very pretty. I think these are both. The Danessa Myricks one is a little bit more bluish. These two are very greenish, but still I think they are still good, very close dupes, right? Very, very good dupes. So what's next? Okay, let's see. We did Polaris, we did a Galaxy Martian. Oh, Sol. Okay, let's do Sol. And we did this. Okay, Sol and Gaia are the only things that are left, I think. So let's do Sol first, and then we'll also swatch Gaia. That way I don't have to go back and forth into the pan. So that is Sol. And there is Gaia. Gaia is a very kind of a reddish, brown base to gold shift. Let's try this. Okay. I kind of picked out a color. Now I'm not able to. Hang on, let's try this. Is this one? Yeah, I got it. That's a good dupe. It's a very close dupe, I think. Very much like, the green is a little different because the green here is a more muted and the green here is more brighter, but or maybe they are a little different. I don't know. I couldn't come up with like spot on dupes for that. That's a little bit unique color, I would say. I think I may have a color. Hang on. Let's finish Gaia, right? For Gaia, I have a like a reddish brown to base to gold shift, but it's more of a greenish gold. You see that this is more of yellow gold. The one from Danessa Myricks is more yellow gold, and the one from Clionadh is more greenish gold. But they both have this reddish like a base going on. I think I may have a dupe from Devinah. Let me quickly kind of fish it out. Okay, I found the one from, yeah, you see that like bronze to green. This is Chromosphere from Devinah Cosmetics and super, super smooth. Let's see how that looks. I think that might be a very, oh, not bad, right? This is a bit more cooler. You can see that shift very distinctly. They are different. This is more like a yellow and that is more like a, it's cool. It's not gold, to be honest. So those are, wow. Multichromes are such a pleasure to swatch. They are stunning, right? They are so, so stunning. Absolutely love them, guys. So those are the swatches. I'm not swatching the iridescent shades because they are not necessarily like iridescent multichromes. They are regular iridescent shades, and so yeah, that's why kind of I like did not do it. And the Orion one is just a glitter. It's just a teal glitter. So yeah, so we have come to the end of this video. Wow, I'm sweating, guys. It's actually pretty cold outside, but now for some reason I'm sweating. Maybe it's the jacket that I have on. Okay, anyways, we have come to the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed all the swatches, all these beautiful comparisons. It's an experience just to swatch and just enjoy these multi-chromes. Hope you guys found this video useful. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked watching it, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye.